So yeah, Dream Team uno problema is we got. You never want to see Kawasaki tape on a Suzuki part. Let's see what's kicking off here. Oh, Lord. I'm hoping this is my new water pump, because we are not going to be there we go. Suzuki baby. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Looks similar. Looks so shiny, baby. Yeah, I didn't want to be buying all new O-rings. I didn't want to take it all apart and only buy certain O-rings. One of the O-rings are like 30 something pound, so I ended up just buying the O-rings. Are most definitely cheaper than the whole unit, but I didn't want to buy this one, which I think it would probably be. But it also looks like it's leaking from in there, and it's not actually coming from the outside, so it looks like it's actually leaking from the housing down the bottom. And then that would indicate that it's one of the there's one of the two of the O-rings within the unit. So that was a no bueno, so I'd rather just buy the whole thing. And we've done 40,000 on it, so yeah, it's probably due a new water pump. So yeah, let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. Let's take this bugger off. Just taking all those screws off. God, I've had enough of taking these panels off. Definitely had enough of it. I think it just loves it. It loves just winding me up. Just trying to pull the bike onto us. Come on, baby. Let's come over here, baby. Oh, hello. You gripping here on something? Really? You sure, baby? Oh, we're on the brackets, are they? Are we? Yes. Come on, baby. Oh, gotta do the one bottom bit. Give me a sec, Dream Team. Here we are. Come on, you beauty. Really, baby? Sounds like gripping or something, yeah. There we go. Should be popped in here somewhere. He says, come on, baby. Try and pull this off without snapping up. Okay, 3, 2, 1, back in the room. Today, yep. Hello? Do you want to come on? Yes. Let's get this baby off here. Nice and juicy as well. Grease everywhere. Come on. Yes. Result. Here we're off. Full of rubbish, obviously, from me cleaning it, but we'll figure that out later. Let's keep the show on the road. Guess we've got our new beast. That baby's going on there. And then we're gonna, yeah, dump out all this lovely fluid that I just put in. So we just flushed it and we're gonna dump it. Living it up. Hashtag waste that pee, baby. This is funny because this is when I actually sort of hope I'm gonna get an airlock. Because the amount of fluid I'm gonna lose with it. Oh lordy. Let's go gadget. Let's see if you can actually see what we're doing here. Yeah, so we're just going to take this off. I'm not going to reuse the fluid. I have cleaned this part out because I was thinking about it, but I haven't got a filter sufficient enough to... Here he comes. Release a little bit of the pressure off there. Okay, I actually need to get the cap off on the other side to get it to... Oh no, actually I'll leave it because like I actually truly do want it to... I truly actually wouldn't mind an airlock. You know, I wouldn't mind it to, you know, not all dump out, because then I've got to put less in. But yeah, the point is to take this baby off. And yeah, we'll take this off, take the bottom one off, empty it, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, worked real well. I think it all just came out. I hope it airlocks. There we go, yeah, great. At least there's nothing in it. This is like the most inefficient and most expensive way to flush your coolant system. Yeah, not recommended. Flushing it twice in the space of a few months. So all I have to do is crack the pump with an 8mm. So let's see if that'll do it. He says. A little bit lefty leety, righty tighty. Oh, hello. That was nipped up pretty tight. I mean, I'm using a tiny spanner, but yeah, I don't know how easy these come off, so I might need a little bit of jiggling, but I'll show you quick. Let me unscrew these and then we'll get back to it. These aren't actually very long bolts, so I'll just let you guys watch it. You can see they've never been off. Look at the corrosion and stuff, see? So he says, obviously I don't want anything to fall in the engine. Oh, it's moving a bit, it's wobbling. Let's hope I don't pull the bark into myself. Like I said, I don't think this baby's ever been off, but not since I've had it anyway, he says. Okay, it's pivoting. I still want to. I know exactly where this is going to go. It's just going to go flying. There's nothing else on this way. Oh, come on. Now, I don't want to put the power grayscale, because if I do, I don't want to deploy the rage. Oh, shit. I did get more oil, so don't panic. I didn't necessarily want the oil though to mix with the coolant, because I was thinking of, like, yeah, getting rid of it in a safe manner. Sort of knew some oil would come out, but I thought but what was said online is that the oil level isn't high enough to tip out when you pull this out. Yeah, clearly not. So yeah, okay, let that drip out, and then obviously I'm going to need to clean the edge around. It's not that bad, but obviously you can see the state of that. So let me clean this. Because I want to get the dirt out and then wedge something there, because I don't want any of that crap going into the engine, obviously. Okay, so Dream Team, join me back in a couple of minutes. This actually is a bit of a godsend actually with this leaking out, because while I'm cleaning it, there's a positive flow of oil coming out of the engine, so I'm not in really much risk of getting it, you know, flowing back into it, like the debris and stuff. I'm trying to be pretty clean anyway, but I don't know, sort of silver lining and all that. So yeah, that's me. So I'm just cleaning up the spout, and then obviously I'll clean up the outside a little bit more, but then I'm gonna wedge the hole up. But yeah, that's us so far. Okay, so streamers, we are here. What I will be doing is I'm just going to try and squish the new oil filter on. I mean, I've got to just get that bit that's open-ended lined up with the bit that's in the engine. So let's just have a little peek. I don't necessarily want to be touching this dirty one, but yeah, pretty much they are identical, right? So that's all good. We'll get that on. So normally it's this bit here that fails. Once I've cleaned mine off, we'll you know, have a look at it properly. But let's get this baby on, and I'm going to clean up these pipes in a bit. I just want to get this in place. He says, I'm just trying to think it'll actually be better to clean those pipes off. Give me a sec. I'm going to clean those. I'm just going to clean these up. Okay, so I've cleaned all these off, and if I've got this right, there should still be some liquid left in, so you can just do that to tip it out. And then what we're going to do is get this beauty on. Now, could prime the O-ring, a bit of the oil, so it doesn't like bite it when it goes in. Let's see. Okay, so there we are. So I'm just going to aim this baby up here. I might just try to think of the orientation. So I'll try and twist it a little bit to try and aim it a bit better. I could have to just fiddle around with this, because you just have to bear with me for a bit with this. I don't really know. I don't quite know how hard it's meant to be, or how hard I'm meant to push this on. You know, I don't know when I'm fouling, so just give me a sec. I'm gonna have a little play, and then I'll, just try and marry that up. So if I pull this off right now, he says, do we have any marks from hitting? Nope. So we'll try and get that on. It feels like it goes on there. It feels like it's going on, but I might not be right. So let me have a play, because I don't want to, obviously don't want to ruin this, so let me take my time. Yeah, I think you need to be a little bit more forceful with it. I just did this, I twisted it back and forth. Since I don't actually know if it was the O-ring that wasn't looming, because it still feels exact the same. And yeah, I wouldn't obviously recommend smacking an O-ring, because it's probably the issue. You know, it's probably one of the reasons why I'm in the situation that I am. So you really want to do it. You don't really want to whack it. You want to just try and, you know, wiggle it from side to side. And I'm hoping there's no gap there. There's no massive gap there. I'm going to clean these up. A little bit of copper slip. And then, yeah, they'll go back on. It should be all good. Give me a sec, let me clean these bolts up. You guys know I love my copper slip, so it's looking nice and shiny. We'll pop a bit of this on. I'll also put a bit on the rub a bit on the shaft of it. Come on, baby. Cleaned up nice, huh? Just get a little bit on there as well, because we had that. You know, I love this stuff. Juice me up, baby. They're both the same size. Yeah. Put that on there. And there's the other one, cleaned up nice, check. Bit of wire wool, elbow grease, chilling. So let me just put that on. And everyone's thinking Loctite and all that type of stuff. We could potentially get a leak, but I love my copper slip, baby. Yeah, we'll just go finger tight with this. And then we'll nip it up, get all the copper grease off everything, so we'll peek inside. I mean, you can't really see much, but you'll be able to see if there's anything. Let's get this little bit under here. We're hoping we're not going to have, there might be something from when I was doing the fitting bit, but okay, there is a bit of oil there, like maybe just residue from, you know, when I was messing about. But we will tighten it, we'll tighten it up. And then we'll do a proper clean in there. I'll put this, I'll wedge the, you know, I'll put that cloth quite deep into the crevice, get all the residue out, and then we'll go from there. Let me nip this up. Only using a little spanner, so just nip it a little bit, evenly each. So it's actually quite hard, but I think it was only on hard because of the corrosion. I should probably use a torque wrench here. That's why I don't mind actually using these spanners, because it's I don't tend to strip so many things with them, because you can't put that much leverage, you know, before the actual spanner or something goes. But yeah, hopefully that's all good. We'll obviously do a test run and stuff, and I've got to plumb up all these, so let's pop all these back on. So we know we cleaned it all. We'll give it another little double check. Let's do a look inside. Oh, we got there's some rubbish in that part. Let me get my finger in there. I think that's just rubbish from the system, so let me clean that quick. As we know, Dream Team, this is the flushes of all flushes, because we have flushed and flushed again. So we've got that baby on there. These things as well, we're just going to nip them up. The joys of old pipes. Going nice and easy. Similar thing here, just nip them up, nothing too crazy. The Jubilee clips coming in clutch as per usual. So I'll just tighten these up, nip them up. My ultra manual screwdriver. So yeah, I'll do that. It's pretty boring. I will also go and put some more fluid in. I obviously need to check the oil first, because I've let a lot of oil out, so let's hope I've got enough. I bought another litre, so I don't know how much is in here. Made my own lava lamp by mistake, so that's pretty sweet. Didn't expect to make a lava lamp tonight. So yeah, and I'll go top up this, and then same thing like last time, we nipped this off to let the air out. We'll do the whole bleed, but we did the bleed video not long ago when we did the radiator, so yeah, winning. Like, but look, I found this so good. Check this. See that? Open, yeah? Just pull like that. Pull it around. So no more getting a screwdriver, stabbing things. Check that. Sweet. Had to show you guys that. Beast, man. Huh? Not bad at all. So far, let's bring the lava lamp back. We need the lava lamp because we're going to do some bleeding. So we'll pop this little baby here. That's 10 mil. A little bit lefty loosey righty tighty. And you guys will remember this from the last video. You know I really appreciate you guys watching all the vids, subscribing, liking, commenting. I love it. It lets me know that the stuff's useful to you. Oh, we got some bubbles, some noises. Normally if you crack that, it comes out straight away, so we're getting nothing to there yet. So yeah, so 2 liters is up to the brim. I'm just nipping up on my finger. I'm gonna go put some more in. So remember I did that finger tight? Look, it's already dripping. See, it's dripping. I just topped it up to the brim, like actually went a bit over. There we go. So we're getting a couple of drips. There we go. But you know, when liquid comes out, then that means there's no air there, but let's just nip it up. Little nip. And it's obviously, like I told you guys before, I've gone right to the brim on the other side, so dry this baby up, he says, with no clean cloth. Yeah, I'm gonna get some clean cloth, dry this up. I've nipped that up, and I'm gonna check on the other side. I've done maybe 2.5 liters ish, and then I'm gonna start it up, and then we'll check the airlocks afterwards. Okay, so let's do our last little inspection because I have to start putting the stuff back on. I want to get all this gear linkage and everything set up because I don't want to start the bike without all of that set up and connected. Obviously a bit risque because you might have to take it all off and redo it again, but I think we should be fine. Famous last words. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to check now to make sure we got no residue. So if we had anything, it would be this that fell out the front. So if I'm getting any oil and stuff in the back, then I probably need to nip up the water pump a little bit more. So what I'm doing is just taking it, shoving it right in that crevice where the oil would be coming out of anyway. And nothing, bone dry. So it's pretty cool. And now at least I know where it will leak from, if it will. So it's going to be in that bolt or down in that crevice. So I'm going to monitor that because I didn't notice. And then I came back from a ride and I was doing the chain and I was like, oh, what's that? Like a bit of a drip by this bolt. Yeah, nothing, Jake. There was a bit of a drip coming here, oil, and obviously you don't want that with your back wheel being right there. So yeah, and then ended up investigating, and it's one of the most common oil leak problems on these. So yeah, cool. Just did the whole new pump, and we'll yeah guys, I mean, let's show you the other pump, show you the old one, have a little peek yourself. We haven't cleaned it up yet, but let's give it a little wipe down while you're on camera. Okay, it was a lot dirtier. There's no ooh, that O-ring could be a bit shot, to be honest. Let's see if there's anything like real obvious. So let me get it with a bit of brake clean and show you properly. It's in a little bit better condition to touch now. People also talk about this weep hole. I don't know what you would call it. Just call it a weep hole, but yeah, for whatever seepage to come out. So they reckon that can sometimes also be blocked. I don't know. I don't really care much for that. Okay, this O-ring isn't in the best shape. There's no like obvious slices in it or there. There we go. There's a crack in it there a bit. So I think yeah, O-ring's probably had better days. And I can't feel it sticking out, if that makes sense. Like there's the ridge like a dents inwards, not outwards. So yeah, it's probably just done its time. But yeah, it was coming out there somewhere because it wasn't when I put it in here. But never mind, it's not the end of the world. We got a new pump. And we are sweet, but look at that. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Looking sweet. I might take it apart just for a laugh at some point, but that's it. And then yeah, get it all back together, make sure I show you it doesn't leak, and we should be all good. There's the lava lamp that we made today, so that was pretty sick. There's our red, there's our oil separation on the top, it's pretty sick. So that's our lava lamp. We didn't mean to make that, but that's a little bonus for you guys. I started up already, so I put a litre of oil in it. So I put it, yeah, so there's litre oil, caps on the radiator. Took about 2 and a bit, maybe about 2 and a bit litres of fluid again, coolant, and then, like I say, just shy of a litre of oil. And I've started it, so I know it goes, so that's, we've got no dodgy. That's warm. Like I said, I already started it, so there's warm water going through that, so the pump's working. Yeah, it's pretty hot. So we're all good. Living it up nice and shiny, baby.